All right, y'all, here we go. So I never told y'all this, but I'm sure from my previous videos, y'all kind of probably figured it out. I work in a mental health hospital, a behavioral health hospital. I mean, it's different names, but the hospital that I work in, I just call it a psychiatric hospital. All those names kind of like mean the same thing for real. Behavioral health, psych hospital, mental hospital, stuff like that, whatever. I'm not going to say which one because I want to keep that like a little private. And I'm pretty sure none of you guys that watch my videos are from my city anyway and probably wouldn't know anyway, but I just want to keep that part private. I never really wanted to tell y'all or announce that I work in a psychiatric hospital or like a mental hospital because I thought it was kind of ironic because I myself go through so many mental problems and stuff like that, and I didn't want to be judged and stuff like that. I work in a hospital where I feel like I need to be, like I could be a patient in that hospital myself because of the mental struggles that I struggle with. Anyway, I'm saying that to say that some days is good days there, some days is bad days there. More good days for me, honestly, because I feel like I do a really good job and the patients don't really bother me that much, kind of. And to be honest, when I'm at work, I don't think about the own problems that I'm going through unless I'm like sitting down for too long. But I'm always on my feet. I'm always on my feet at work. And that's how I'm able to complete my 10,000 steps a day. I normally do it completed at work because I'm always on my feet because the patients always need something from us. I'm a tech. I'm a mental health tech. So I'm always on my feet or whatever. So I don't really have the time to really sit and think about the stuff that I'm going through for real. That's why I really like being at work for real. And I really like doing these 12 and 16 hours because that's like most of my day for real at work. And I don't mind like being on my feet and stuff like that. And to be honest, now that I've been doing like a lot of like 12, 13, 14, 16 hours shifts, I've been losing weight, honestly. My one of my sisters and my mom, they both had like seen me the other day after I put like my work clothes on. They both were like, you losing weight a little bit. And I was like, wait, what? And I'm like, well, I know I'm not like on no diet now because I'm still eating all the same stuff that I'm eating, bad food, of course. And I'm like, had to think like, well, what can I be losing weight from? I'm kind of like a hypochondriac. So when somebody tell me I'm losing weight and I'm not trying to lose weight in that moment, like, or I'm not like, I'm not exercising or I'm not eating right and stuff like that, I start to think to myself, I'm like, damn, what's wrong with me? Is something going on with like my insides, like something going on with my body? I'm like a hypochondriac. I can't help it. I always like overthink and stuff like that. But I had to come to realization like I'm probably really losing weight because I'm always at work now and I'm always on my feet at work. I'm always on my feet because the patients always need stuff. We lock their doors I work day shift, so that's 7 to 3. But like I said, I always stay to like and do 12, mainly like 14, 16 hours for real. Patient room, my fault, the last video got cut off. But what I was trying to say was that patient room doors are normally locked from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Do I agree with that? Not really. Like, who want to be locked out of their room 12 hours a day? But it's the hospital policy, and us as techs, we just got to follow that rule. If not, our managers and stuff, they walk around and and when they see room doors are locked, they come to us and say, well, why is this person room door locked? Do they have a room order and stuff like that? And I just don't be wanting to hear that. So I try my best to, keep doors locked unless it's a patient that's really like agitated and like need to be alone for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it can be overwhelming in there. Sometimes some patients really do get overstimulated from like from the other patients and stuff like that, because we get all kinds of patients. We get like people dealing with bipolar depression, schizophrenia, anxiety, people who are withdrawing. Like we get so many different type of patients in that hospital for real. So but anyway, do I think they need to be in their rooms for 12 hours straight? I mean, do I think that they need to be locked out of their rooms for 12 hours straight? No, not really. But I also kind of like it because if they out in a day area with everyone else, they kind of get to, converse with their peers and stuff like that. And, make like new friends and stuff like that. And I know sometimes some people don't be in that headspace to make new friends. They come there for help and stuff like that. But I don't like them being in their rooms for that long anyway. Because when they in their rooms, it gives them time to think about stuff that they don't need to be thinking about. And that's something that I had to like realize, because I'm like, I kind of do like the same thing. Like when I'm home, I stay in my room. I isolate myself from like everyone else, like in my house. And I stay in my room. And when I'm doing that, it don't do nothing but just give me time to think about stuff that I don't need to be thinking about. And all these thoughts, dark thoughts come to my mind and stuff like that. And that's when I kind of like really feel my lowest and stuff. So I kind of like that we leave them out of their rooms for, from 8 to 8. I'm saying all this to say that sometimes it's good days there, sometimes it's bad days there. And yesterday was one of the, it wasn't one of the worst days, but it was a bad day. It was a bad day. So we have a patient, right, who's a 1-to-1. And this patient did something really foul yesterday. So I don't really want to say too much. I would never say the patient name, but basically the patient spit on me. The patient spit on me, and I I normally know how to like handle those type of situations. I'm not like a person, like, I know we all got like our natural reactions, and we all kind of like, if somebody do something to us, our natural reactions might be like hit them back or like do something back to them. But I'm not, me personally, I'm not like that. And I think I learned not to be like that from working at that job. I've been working there going on 4 years now. And it's crazy because that patient that spit on me, she's one of my favorite patients. That's another story for another day. But she was upset, and she was upset because I had to, take everything out of her room because of what she did leading up to me taking everything out of her room, which I'm not really going to say. But she spit on me. And I like turned around like, did you just spit on me? And I seen the look on her face. She was like, no. Like, she was like, no. She shook her head no. And she was like, she just looked so scared. But I'm like, I just had to walk away. I just walked away because I ain't, I was like, I can't do this. I just walked out, and my one of the nurses was in there, and another tech was in there. So they kind of like talked to her and did what they had to do or whatever. But anyway, I just say all that just to say that sometimes it's good days there, sometimes it's bad days there. But anyway, one of my other nurses who came in to start her shift, she do 12 hours. She do 7P to 7A. She had asked me last week, because her birthday's in March as well, and she had asked me she was asking me about my birthday. She was like, oh, did I miss your birthday or whatever? I'm like, yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago or whatever. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I missed your birthday. And she was like, oh, happy belated birthday and stuff like that. This was a few days ago when she was talking to me about my birthday. And yesterday when she came in, after she got report from the other nurses and stuff, she came out and she gave me this envelope. Another envelope, y'all. And it's $50 in there. I'm like, yo, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was lost for fucking words. Like, that's the second time that one of my coworkers did that, did something like that for me. And I really didn't know what to do. I was kind of like overwhelmed again because, like I told y'all, I'm not used to receiving gifts and stuff like that. So I was just like shocked, and I can't, like, she didn't have to do that at all. Like, I'm super, super thankful that she gave me that. Like, now I can't wait to, like, give her something back, even though I know she's not looking forward to me giving her nothing back. But that just goes to say that I'm always thinking to myself, like, nobody fuck with me, nobody love me and stuff like that. And that's just another sign from God just to let me know, like, chill, stop being in your head so much. There's people out here that love you and that fuck with you, and, just kind of, like, get out that dark headspace where you think like that. So I'm just super grateful. Like, I'm just super grateful for that. Because she didn't have to do that. Like, she honestly did not have to do that, man. I'm so thankful for her. So, Miss Selinah, I know you probably will never see this video, but if you ever do, thank you so much. That really meant so much to me. All right, now back on the patient that spit on me. She ended up apologizing later that day. She wrote me a letter. She said, Dear Monte, I'm sorry for spitting on you. I'm sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for saying that I wanted to bank myself. I'm not going to do it. I was just saying what the voices said, sincerely, and then she wrote her name. And I'm happy that she wrote this letter and apologized, because that really hurt my feelings, only because she is one of my favorite patients. But today we're going to have a good day. I'm on my way in there right now. Today we're going to have a way better day than we did yesterday. I just wanted to tell you that little story time. Hope you guys having a good day. The video cut off again. I just wanted to say I fuck with y'all and I love y'all so much. Thanks for fucking with me on this page. I see all the likes. I see all the comments. I read every last one of them. I might not respond right away, but just know that I do read them all. And I'm super thankful that y'all fuck with me and that y'all even take the time out y'all day to watch these videos, because I know they be all over the place and y'all probably like, what the fuck is this boy talking about? And if you take your time out the day to comment, like, thank you so much. I fucking love y'all, and I hope y'all have a great Thursday. 3 more days, well, 1 more day into the weekend.